So I've been playing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy game on PlayStation 5 for the past week now, and I have a lot to say about it. So if you're interested in it, if you've seen the movies, if you like Marvel, please stay, check this out because I really think this game is worth your time and it's free. If you're on PlayStation and you have PlayStation Plus, you can get this game for free, so you have literally nothing to lose. But before I get into it, if you like this video and you like open world games in general, hi, I'm Ganyan, thank you for stopping by, and please like the video, check out the channel because it really helps me out. First of all, let me just say that this short video is not gonna make the game justice. I know it's a couple of minutes long, it's not gonna do enough to explain the game, but if you are barely interested in it, please check it out because it's a lot longer and better than I thought it is. Honestly, I didn't expect it at all. I've seen a lot of trailers, a lot of gameplay, but playing it myself, experiencing the story for myself, it's so much better than I thought it is. So if you're barely interested in it, this review is gonna have some spoilers, but nothing serious. But if you don't want to be spoiled at all, go play this game and come back, check out the video afterwards. So let's start with the most important part, the gameplay of it. How does the game play? What are you doing in it? Structure of the game, I would compare it to games like God of War. It's like linear, but also not too linear. You have options to go and check stuff, but mainly the story of it is linear. So it's basically like God of War. Gameplay wise, when it comes to combat, the combat of it is more like Devil May Cry. I'm not an expert Devil May Cry player, but that's what it reminded me of. It's like a shooter slasher kind of thing. It's not like God of War when it comes to the gameplay and fighting itself, but I really did enjoy the combat. Each one of the Guardians has his own ability and you get to use them during combat. They all help in specific ways. There's elemental attacks, you can build your character. You play only as Peter Quill, Star-Lord. You don't get to play as the other Guardians, but you can use them in their special abilities. They're basically like buffs. They're basically like Atreus from God of War. So that's how the game plays. If you like that kind of gameplay style, you're gonna enjoy this game. It's flashy, it's fast, and the music in it is amazing, which just spreads to the whole game. The music in the whole game is just fucking fantastic. I love it. So yeah, the short of it, gameplay, fast, brutal, fun, and the music is amazing. Let's move on to the story. In my honest opinion, is better than Guardians 1, maybe not better than Guardians 2. It's like a mix between all three movies. You go to many places, you meet many characters, it's very colorful, very filled with locations. Each planet is different and you do go to a good variety of locations. You're not gonna be stuck on one planet. So visuals keep changing, enemies keep changing. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and also it connects to the gameplay of the suits for the game. The suits and the skins for the characters, there's a good amount of them. There's more than like 5 for each character, so it works out to about 25 suits, different skins. One of them is based on the movie, one of them is based on the comics. They all look fun, they look great, they're fun to see in action. So if you like customization, that's also in the game. Skill trees are fun as well. There's enough skills to keep you busy from the start to till the end of the game. So progression, story, characters, gameplay, it's all done really, really good. If you miss the old school kind of games where it's narrowed down and the developers know what they want to get across, what the story is, what the feel is, this game is like that. It's like the old school games where you just start the game, you play the game, it's really amazing the whole way through, and then you finish it. And then you feel satisfied, you feel like you've done it, you feel like it was worth your time. It's not gonna take 500 hours. This is a short, linear story game that you will just enjoy all the way through, especially if you loved the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. But even if you didn't, I would still recommend this game because the writing is amazing. The writing is at points better than first party Sony games, better than most games I played recently. It's playful, it's fun, but it doesn't get too cringy or too on your nerves, and it gets serious when there's need to be serious. And I know that I already said it before, but the music, man, it's really good. The music plays in many parts of the game, especially on your ship when you take breaks between missions. You can choose from a playlist of songs to play in the background while you walk around the spaceship, talk to people, mess around, check stuff that you can do in the ship. You can have a playlist playing in the background and it's really filled with good songs. You can also listen to music while fighting. That's one of my top fun things to do in the game. When enemies get you down to a tough spot and health of the allies is low, you can activate your special ability. It's called Huddle. The other characters just run to Peter Quill, you give them a motivational speech, you turn on some music, and all of the health fills, and you get to do much more damage, much more ability damage. Abilities recharge faster for a specific duration, and just doing that while listening to these amazing rock music songs, it's a really special feeling. It makes the combat 10 times more fun than it already is. The combat is already fast and frenetic, but with the music and this huddle mechanic, it's really amazing. And I want to give a quick shout out to the photo mode. Not every game comes with that. Mostly I experience it in Ubisoft games or Sony first party games. So I am impressed that this game comes with a photo mode, and I just wanted to mention that real quick. It's a really fun photo mode and it's really fun to use, and it takes really fun pictures. So what about replayability? I know that many people, including myself, expect the games to last longer these days. I expect a game to last me at least 50, 60, 100 hours, just like Witcher 3. So how does this game hold up? It's fun, it doesn't last that long, but on the bright side, there's many choices in the game, which honestly I didn't expect, but I was happy and I was surprised that I have it, and I'm glad it's in the game. You get to choose different dialogue options that affect the story of the game, so I think that adds a lot to replayability. If you're that kind of person who likes to replay games and see how other choices would have went through, this game is gonna be fun for you to replay because it does have a lot of different ways you can play it, different ways you can talk with characters, and different outcomes for these talks. And by the way, all of the talks are fun. They're all very well written. I did enjoy every single line in this game. The characters, the Guardians themselves, are really fun to listen to. They're a really fun group to listen to. Serious, not serious, stupid, smart. Interactions between them are always fun, and I'm just really glad that the writing is good in this game, because lately that's not been a high point for any game I've played. So I'm really glad this game has good writing. And can I just mention real fast that I'm really glad that single player games are doing great? Like EA a couple years ago said that single player games are basically dead, and since then they released Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survival and the new Need for Speed game, which also is single player focused. And this game now, it's not from EA, it's from Square Enix, but still, single player games are thriving, and I'm really glad that it's happening. A couple of years ago, I was depressed because I was really sure that single player games are done for, and everything we're gonna get is just Fortnite clones and FIFA and stuff like that. So I just wanted to mention as a side note, this has nothing to do with the game. I'm really glad that single player games are thriving, and I really am happy to be playing this specific game because it's really deserving of my time, and I'm pretty sure it's deserving of your time as well. So, all in all, I talked about the story of it, I talked about the gameplay, I talked about locations, characters, the build of the game, how it runs. Oh yeah, talking of that, the game runs fine, I love it. 60 FPS all the way through, except on very rare locations when just a lot of shit is happening. That's when it drops to below 60 on PlayStation 5, but mostly it runs great. The other option, the graphical option, which also exists in the game, 30 FPS, and it looks not just great. I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to these kind of things, but in my eyes, it looks great both ways. I prefer 30 FPS. But if you're that kind of person who worries about these kind of things, like myself, don't worry, this game runs at 60 frames per second 99% of the time. But yeah, what I was saying is, I talked about the story of it, the gameplay, the performance, most of what I wanted to mention. So, all in all, the game as a whole is really fun. And if you have nothing else to play right now and you do enjoy single player games, please check this out, especially if you're on PlayStation because you have literally nothing to lose except some of your time. If you download it and you don't like it, just delete it. It's free on PlayStation Plus, so you have nothing to lose. And if you do like it, you're gonna be playing one of your favorite games this year. It came out a year ago or two, I'm not sure, but still it's one of my favorite games I played in a while. It's really well written and it's just a pleasure to play, and I love the music. I know this is the third time I say it, but I love the music in this game. So that's the long and short of it. That's what I had to say about this game. If you do enjoy it, and if you enjoy open world games in general, RPGs, check out the channel, that's kinda my thing. If you like this video specifically, be sure to like, share, subscribe, whatever you wanna do, it's very much appreciated. Let me know down in the comments if you played this game, if you plan to play it, what do you think of it? Everything on your mind, I would be happy to talk to you in the comments. But if there's nothing else, as always, have a nice day.